Man, the thing that concerned me today, of everything, of all the bad things that happened today for Nebraska, why was there no fire? Like, why did they come out like they didn't care at all?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they giving up? I don't know. It's just when you see no fire like that, and I know there's a lot going on with the Chenander deal. There's a lot going on around the program. All these close losses. There's a ton. But why is there no fire at all? I mean, the defense started showing some in the second half, but they're just, I don't know. It didn't even seem like they wanted to be there and play today.
I was going to say the same thing. Um, I'm not down there on the sideline, but I mean, obviously I watched the whole game, and I mean, I thought it looked like Cam Taylor wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Uh, he played a great game, blowing people up, the interception that I thought he wanted to be there. Austin Allen had a great game. Other than that, like just especially the first half, to your point, it was just dead. There was just nothing. There was nobody, you know, getting in somebody's ear or getting after it. And I don't know where that comes from. Earlier in the week, I don't know who said it or where I heard it, but it was something I think Frost said about the team being ready for a bye week. And just when he said that, I was just like, oh God,
Yeah.
here we go. I mean, if there's guys that are ready for a break, I get it. I mean, you're playing a really hard sport where you're getting banged up. But if you don't embrace that and you don't love it, and you don't want to play every single week, even on your bye weeks, you don't want to play that week. You'd rather sit at home than like, dude, you're going to get mowed over. And that's what happened in the first half today. So when I heard that earlier this week, I just didn't have a good feeling about it. And I don't know, maybe that's where some of the lack of the energy was, is they wanted to just go in and pick up the easy win today and then fly home for a few days and take a few days off. And it kind of showed.
Yeah, it's got to be really, really disheartening for the defense as well because, I mean, yeah, they didn't play a good first half at all, but they played a tremendous second half, and they just continue each week to show up and give this team a chance and give the offense numerous opportunities, and they just fail. And I saw it late in the game, and I had people text me. They're like, "Oh, they can get a stop right here and have another chance." And I'm like, "There's only so many chances this defense can sit here and give to the offense. They'd given them like 5 in the second half. Like, how many more can you ask?" They were making stops. It's got to be tough for the defense because there's been a ton of strides this year, in that they had an experienced defense coming back. We're very, very excited about it, and it's lived up to the billing. It has, but just the little things and just an inability to finish. It just continues to show up. Why don't they get under center and run a quarterback sneak when they're on the inch line? I don't know. I saw Frost in the post game said he was thinking about it, but just decided that like the personnel and everything wasn't going to be best. What do you mean? Oh, you got linemen in front of you, and you just go take the snap and you just push. That's all it is. There is no personnel about it. It's just line up and get an inch. Have Yant behind him is 240 pounds pushing him.
Yeah, I don't get why we can't do that. I don't even get why we don't run a quarterback sneak more often on 3rd and 1. I feel like I've said that for so long. I feel like, man, every time they go to shotgun, it's just like, it's kind of a 50-50 when you think about it. Because if a D lineman gets through, he's got a great shot at just upending the quarterback or the ball carrier. And it's kind of a 50-50. With our offensive line, it is. With a really good offensive line, I could see maybe the shotgun being more of a 80 to 90% success rate on those type of plays. But with our offensive line, I would trust them more just saying, hey, there's a guy in front of you and you need to move him 10 inches,
Yeah.
So some of that stuff is just head scratching. I thought the defense, they continued to just fight and scrap. Ben Stilley fighting through like a double block to freaking bring that one guy down and running back down on 3rd and 3 or 4, and they made him punt. But yeah, I mean, people are always texting me too, and here we go. We got 4 or 5 minutes, and we just need a touchdown. And it's like, you really don't have any idea how incredibly hard it is for Nebraska to get a touchdown right now. And sometimes they need a touchdown, and sometimes they just need a field goal. But we don't really have confidence in the field goal. So at that point, it's just, doing everything we can to get a touchdown, and then it's just, I don't know. You get down there, you make a few plays, and it stalls, and before you know it, the game's over. And what was a great opportunity to get a win on the road like this, and it's just gone. It's over, and you're left wondering how the hell it happened.
Yeah, I thought there were way too many third and longs today. They really would, like you said, they hit Allen with several big passes, would get across the 50, get in that range where you need to start locking in and get points. And I'm not going to necessarily say it was the play calling. I still didn't think it was good. But Martinez not using his speed at all on any of the downs, we're just taking the biggest part of Nebraska's offense this year out of the game because we're just going to sit back here. We're going to run this mesh point motion that's just an outside zone play that's just not run well. And then you get -2, and then you try to run again thinking you're going to fool them. And then it's like 3rd and 10, and you're like, oh, let's sit back here and pass instead of maybe Martinez runs it for 7 or 8 and you have an easy 4th down. Because I thought on the short opportunities, they were decent today besides at the goal line. But on the 3rd and longs, it was like someone was in Martinez's head like, you have to throw this today. No running. And, maybe that's something they were trying to work on because it seemed like it because he didn't have any pocket awareness at all to say, I've got to pull it down and run. And I thought he's had that in the past, but not today at all.
Yeah, they didn't really – I don't think they really got him out of the pocket much. And I don't know. I don't really like Martinez in the pocket, to be honest with you. I think sometimes he drops back he just kind of just stands there. And you just see this pressure coming from behind him. And if he would just take maybe one step up in the pocket and give his offensive, his tackles a chance to hold that block a little bit longer, he'd give himself a couple more seconds to make a read or just to, get upfield. But he kind of just stands back there flat-footed and there's not much movement. And then, it just puts himself in really tough positions. And yeah, like you said, I don't know why he wasn't out of the pocket more. We had to run like 40 QB draws last year. I don't even know if we ran one of those today.
No,
so I'm just kind of perplexed watching the offense sometimes, and just how quickly our offense gets off the field sometimes. It's just like, man, you had it and you did nothing.
Yeah, and they just don't have a between the tackles runner who can grind out yards. I was watching the Texas game while I was watching the Nebraska one, and Bijan just grinds out those yards. And we don't have that. Ramir, I really like Ramir. He's got a ton of speed on the edge, really good in the receiving game. But as far as running up the middle, you'll see him run hard, and it's like he hits a brick wall and flies back. He doesn't have that size to do it. He's trying. But right now, with some of those big backs they have in Step and Yant, they're not stepping up to help in that power running game. Yant looks a little bit lost out there at times. I noticed that in the Michigan game last week when I went and rewatched it. He has a screw up and it screws up the whole drive. And then Step, who knows where he's been? Nowhere. But I did want to throw this comment up there. Props to the defense for everything going on with Shenander. That must have been really tough, the last couple of days with that going on. And this defense showed up not ready for the start of the game, but they really gave the team a chance late in that game.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine. I didn't think that Eric would have even been there today. Personally, I don't know if I could have done that, being on the field like that. So, hats off to him for being there for his guys. That had to be extremely difficult. But then, just the defense just continuing to put their hand to their dirt and fight and give the offense just one more shot. They got one more shot. And just so many times, we've seen this, though. And I personally just continue to have just such a fading sense of confidence, every time we get the ball back. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be the other way around. We got the ball back. Let's go score. And it's just, I don't know. I feel sometimes more confident when the defense is out there. Off topic, but I think I saw something today also that I think like the last time Nebraska won a game when they started or when they were down in the game was like in like 2018 or something like that. So you know, we don't complete comebacks. Maybe we get close, but they don't complete comebacks, and we don't score. We don't, besides Northwestern, we just haven't found a way to score points.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally with you.